Okay. So, I'm gonna go ahead and set the, oh, you already did. Engines. And this one doesn't have a recipe. Adaptive control unit, that's what we need. Okay, so what do I need to... I need to go get rubber. Oh, I gotta power all this. I completely forgot. Dutchie, why are you crying? Where's the power line? Okay. Dutchie. Dutchie. Dutchie, why are you crying? Dutchie. This was the engine.
Oh. Yeah, I was looking at the other recipe.
2 motors and 2 startups. 2 motors. Ugh. Dang it. Come on. Okay. So this has stators. Shay says we seem to work pretty well together. Ow. My ear hurts. What else do we need? Got stators. Oh, smart plate. Okay, what is... Oh, this thing... I guess I'm gonna take this off of... Well, I think I have another level of assemblers. What What are these assemblers working on? Nothing. Oh, there's 4 down here. Oh, these are constructors. Okay. So, one of these. Ball. Can stay on. Okay. Change this recipe to smart plating. That requires reinforced iron plates and rotors. Okay. Actually, what I need is probably a personal box. What do I need? Iron plates and rods. Take all this, take all this. Shay, do you want to join us in video? I mean, not video, voice chat? Then you can just talk to us live. I mean, you don't have to. Oh, okay. Yeah, we'll change channels. Scott, I'm going over to lobby.
Okay.
Oh, you beat me there.
Yep. Funny how I wouldn't care, except that it does seem like you like to race, so.
Well, see,
funny
the
how
thing
it is funny how that is. Like I generally wouldn't care, but it's like, oh, she likes to race it. I gotta win.
I'm sure that stems from me being the little sister. I don't care about racing anybody but you.
Yeah. And I only care about racing you because you care. So
But I'm sure it has something to do with when we were little. I never could win at like a foot race, so
There's
usually
a
I have a chance.
there's a guy, there's a TikToker that makes TikToks about like how to help your younger sibling stop hitting themselves when they
You used to do that to me all the time.
it's like sometimes when you're horsing around with your youngling silly, they start hitting themselves for no reason. What you have to do is calmly tell them to stop. Stop hitting yourself. Stop hitting yourself.
Where's all my what did I do? Tab. Where is all my duchy? That's enough. Okay. I have to have some solid biofuel somewhere. Oh, there it is. Okay. Alright, what was I getting? Rotors and duchy. Oh, reinforced plates. Okay. Did you bring those over here?
I haven't done anything. I'm still spreadsheeting.
No, I mean they used to be over there. Now they should be over.
Oh
here
yes,
somewhere.
yes. They're like on the first level of containers,
Okay.
and they're labeled.
Screws. Duchy, do you need to go potty or something? Now that you ate, reinforced iron plates. Take one.
Hello.
Hey Shay.
Good day to you.
Good day.
It's a long way downstairs. All the way there.
Is that where your computer is?
No,
Oh.
no, my it's upstairs. But I wanted to drink.
Oh.
And the fridge.
It's all the way downstairs.
All the way downstairs. 2 flights of stairs.
Yeah. Duchy.
I'm just not built for that sort of thing anymore.
I can barely make it up and down one flight.
Yeah, like you have an excuse.
Yeah, I hurt my knee the other
Oh,
day.
really?
Mm-hmm.
How?
I don't know. Life.
Mm.
I meant to wait
You're above
long
40,
ago.
right? So,
Yep.
and that's going to hurt forever.
Oh, I'm on the wrong. Okay.
Sorry?
Oh, nothing. I'm just talking to myself.
Ah. I do that too.
Okay. There we go. Now, this will make smart plating for a while. I'll let that build up. Okay, I gotta take Dutchie out to potty, I think. I'll be back.
Okay.
Oh, yeah.
Man, I just keep messing this up.
What are you messing up?
This so I'm making a little calculator, or I have made a little calculator. I'm just updating it with information from the manufacturer here, to tell us like if we want to have one machine make modular engines.
Mm-hmm.
It'll tell us all the machines we need for all the parts. In other words, if we want to automate the entire process.
Yeah, I understand.
But I keep putting in wrong numbers.
Oh.
Well, because I'm hand entering these things, and I have set it up to work per minute. And
Okay.
sometimes when I'm looking at the recipe, I forget that that's not per minute, that's per item. So I
Yeah.
have to go look and see and have to calculate in my head. And I think I've done that for the last several objects incorrectly.
Oh no.
I just now caught it. I caught it while I was doing computers. So I need to check the heavy modular frame. Oh, you know why I got out of the habit? It was because the first two items I did, modular engine, adaptive control unit, are 1 unit per minute anyway. So
Right.
it's literally the same. But
Hmm.
this one isn't. So I got to go fix all these. You were you were talking about you tried out the pathing for the vehicles.
Yeah. When I started playing the game, I got it
Yeah.
when it first came out in early access. Shortly after that, they started with the vehicles and the pathing for them, and it was awful. I know they've worked on it a few times since,
Yeah,
but I don't
it's
know. I don't...
pretty good now, I think,
Okay.
because like I followed, we set up a path for a truck to go, or not a truck, but a tractor to go get rubber and plastic from our oil area, and
Oh, okay.
it makes some pretty sharp turns, and I've followed it, and it does get caught up on those turns occasionally, but it fixes itself. It makes corrections, and
Oh, okay.
it'll like back up and go a little further, and it just makes it. So it's pretty cool.
Okay. Well, that's good to know.
I thought I'd let you know.
Yeah, I'm glad. Thank you. I still prefer trains.
We haven't. We're debating whether to do trains or not.
Mm. Trains are really good for the really, 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 really big factories. If you're only planning on building the bare minimum to get you to tier 8, then you won't need trains probably.
Yeah. What's the? I mean, not that I'm always so goal oriented, but is that just like a free play thing? Do you just make big factories just to make them?
Yeah, that's what I do.
Oh, okay. I wasn't
I,
sure.
it's sorry.
I just wasn't sure. Like if we're just because we're pretty going straightforward, but
Mm.
I didn't know if there was some other objectives other maybe because I see that some of the awesome things are really expensive,
Yeah, yeah,
and so
yeah. Sorry.
no, that's all right. So I was just saying, it seems like you'd have to run it for a long time, but that's mostly just time, really.
Hmm. You also have to understand that this map is quite big, and there are an awful lot of resources on the map. If you
Yeah.
want to utilize all of them, then that actually isn't that bad. It's just a lot of people have a bad habit of finding a corner and just building there because all the resources are infinite, unlike Factoria, where you have to keep hunting for resources.
Yeah.
Um, so expansion is a natural part of the game. This game doesn't actually encourage it as much because resources are limited. So
Yeah, I was kind of wondering if we would even need to go any further.
it's just a question of the higher the tiers, the more complicated the builds. The more
Yeah.
complicated the builds, the longer they take to build. And the only solution to that is to build more stuff, to build
Yeah.
faster. And the only way to get more stuff to build faster is to expand your factory over more resource nodes. That's it.
Yeah.
So this is when trains become important because you'll have like a central factory doing most of the building, and a lot of the resources are becoming in via a train because
Okay.
they are actually over long distances faster than lopende banden. What's that in English? Conveyor belts.
Yeah, because
Even
I
the
was
fastest conveyor belts aren't as quick as a train.
in my calculator here. I have that building one modular engine, which is we need 500 to complete phase 3 here.
Hmm.
To build one modular engine, well, I'm sorry, to run a manufacturer that builds one modular engine per minute,
Hmm.
we'll need 39 constructors building screws.
Yeah.
that's
Yeah.
that's just the screw constructors.
Right.
And so we'll need smelters to produce, the iron ingots, and we'll need
The miners
more
to mine the
constructors to make the
mines.
iron rods. It just
Yep.
but I saw that, I was just like, holy cow! So yeah, it's 38.1 constructors for screws and 27.4 constructors for iron rods to make the screws,
Hmm.
which of course will require 15 smelters to make the iron ingots, and so on.
Yep. Factories get big pretty quick.
Although it's not actually that much iron ore.
No, but it's more than one corner's worth. Usually, I have like 8 to 12 iron ore a node at a time.
Yeah, but I'm saying this is 441.
Hmm.
I think because we have in the starting location here, we have like 3 pures right next to each other. That's 3 pures. We could have the entire thing.
So you're
Ship in
telling
a
me
little
it's
bit.
going to be 500 hours before we can have all of our engines?
Well, this is what Scott and I were discussing about having a larger factory.
No, it's not going to be 500 hours. Well, it's going to be 500 hours of manufacturer production to get the modular engines. Yes, but that's the whole point. It was like we built.
Oh, no, it's 500 minutes. I'm sorry. One
Yeah.
per
Okay.
minute.
Right. 500 minutes. Yeah. Lost
Still
track.
a long time.
But yeah, we're going to have 2 of them doing it. So I mean, now we're talking about 250
That's just
minutes,
8
and
hours.
yeah, that's not that. We're now getting down to how many streams that's going to take. You know what I mean?
Yeah.
And we,
3.
yeah. So we're not in that bad shape. But we don't have 38 screw constructors working either. So we're going to run out of screws doing this.
That's okay.
Feels like we got a lot of screws, but
You don't.
yeah, I think they're going to go pretty fast.
Oh yes.
All right. So where was I?
You start also finding out this is why you need faster conveyor belts as well, because you can't get the screws into the machines quickly enough.
Well, right now, what do we need? Hold on. How many motors do we need? Because remember, we already have rotors built.
Yeah. Yeah, a lot of that's already done, I'm sure, because a lot of that goes into rotors.
Yeah.
Okay.
And I just emptied the rotor and reinforced plates thing, so...
Is it still warm in Texas where you guys are?
Yes. Please don't ask.
Oh, sorry.
It's hot.
Oh.
I'm so tired of the heat.
Well, move up north then.
Easier said than done.
Is it? I wouldn't know. I've never moved up north. I've lived in the same city most of my life.
I wouldn't mind living up north myself. It's cold there and everything, but they've got the infrastructure for it. But
Okay, but we can't move Mom.
yeah, I know.
And I'd have to sell my house or
Yeah.
rent it out. And I'd have to
Right.
find a new place to live. And have to find a place for you to live. And, so it's not
Right.
going to happen for a while.
Yeah. I'm just saying that I wouldn't mind.
No, I know. I've thought about moving to Tennessee or Colorado or...
See, one of the big hangups right now is that Texas's education system is horrendous. I mean, Heather works in it,
Yes.
So, but I don't know that I could. I really just don't think I could. I think I would end up losing my mind and going off on kids or something like that. But education is a little more. The systems are a little better in several of the northern states. It's like the further north you go, in general, the better it is.
Yeah. Well, there's also, statistics that say what are the best states to work and live in. But, I wouldn't mind going to work for Colorado Mines University. That's a great university.
I've professor that worked there. I don't know if he still does, but
Yeah. But I have 3.5 years before I'm invested at
right. Yeah.
Texas, so. And then I don't see moving mom. She's 81.
Yeah.
You know, might as well just. But yeah, sure. When it's gonna sound really morbid, but
Go ahead. We know what you're trying to say.
when mom's no longer around, we can go wherever. Scott and I have talked about buying land and just building like 2 houses on it.
Yeah. Or even more like little house, like tiny houses,
Yeah.
and just.
Oh yeah.
There's a guy in this is sort of it's kind of changing the subject, but there's a guy named no, he's calling himself Rebuilding Atlantis. Have you heard about this?
No.
So he owns 20 acres out in West Texas, which isn't. I think he thinks it's more than it is. In any case, he has invited anyone to move there. But like they have no utilities, they have no water, they have no government, they have nothing,
Mm-hmm.
So why would anyone want to live there? What's the
people are moving there, but we had we live close to. I mean, you may have even heard about this in a foreign country. We had a guy here back in the '90s lived in Waco. What was that cult called? There was a cult, and
it was David Koresh's cult. I can't
David
remember.
Koresh, yeah, and I can't remember what the followers were, but they had a big standoff. It lasted weeks, and then they all perished in a self-caused fire. I think you're missing parts. You should be able to build that there.
Oh, iron rods. Okay.
Anyway, so everybody thinks that's going to happen again, because I just think with no law structure, what's going to happen? Somebody's going to get robbed. All right, what are they going to do? They're going to decide the guy who owns the land is the decider, right? I think that's how it's going to go. I really do. I just don't think it can end well.
Branch Davidians.
Branch Davidians, yeah, that's the ones.
So it's basically named
after. You may not remember it, but you probably heard about it because it was really big news and a bunch of people died. And
Waco, Texas?
Yeah, Waco, Texas. Yeah, some people just call it Waco, as far as the event. Because it's probably the most famous thing that ever happened there.
Yeah.
Second most famous would be that, you know who Bill Nye the Science Guy is?
Yeah, I do.
The town has a beef with him. The whole town, like as a town, they have a beef with Bill Nye the Science Guy. And they won't let him come back and speak there.
What happened?
It's a very religious town, and he made jokes at their expense while there.
Well, that was intelligent, wasn't it?
Yeah, his intolerance has grown, and I'm for it, because it's kind of crazy. But I mean, because he's kind of funny now,
Well, he doesn't have a
but I got
network that wants to make sure that he doesn't say anything to piss people off.
Yeah. I got in an argument with the student. Well, they were a former student when the argument happened, but a former student friended me on Facebook, and this was years and years and years ago. And I said something positive about Bill Nye on my feed, and they unfriended me. And I didn't think about it
you have an opinion.
until later, and I was like, "Oh, they're from Waco."
How dare you have